to believe it.
Is he
it's
there?
not real.
Is he there?
You're alone in these mountains.
Is that Delia?
Nothing lives here. You won't survive. You met him by the tree.
She met him by the tree.
Maybe it's a sign, the tree.
What's he trying to tell you?
He's waiting for you by the tree.
Imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gramr by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands where you will face the trials.
Go to the shards. What's the shard? Find it.
It's the metal runestones.
It's in front of you. Find it. The metal, the runes.
You need that sword.
Go to the shard.
Find the shards. Where is it?
Find it. There it is.
Focus.
It's the shard. Focus.
Focus.
Use your eyes. Look.
Get closer.
What can you see?
Go to it. It's not safe. Don't go near it.
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Baldur,
It's in your mind.
the second son of Odin. He was beautiful, good, and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
What does it see?
Get close.
It's dangerous.
Don't go near it.
Don't go there.
Don't go too close.
What's it see?
Stay back. Don't touch it.
Where are we? It's the same. It's lighter.
It's nicer.
The bridge.
It's not broken.
It's fixed.
What happened?
The bridge is fixed.
Let's cross it.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Baldur. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Baldur dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Baldur's mother makes everything in the world, fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness, swear an oath not to harm her sons. One by one, they
Open the gate. She can't. Open the gate.
It's locked. Try harder. She can't.
The gate. She can't.
She can't. She will. She'll find a way. She always finds a way. Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
What's behind the gate?
Where will it take you?
It's not safe.
Dillian.
There he is.
There he is.
What are you waiting for?
Quick, find a way.
Find him.
Go.
Where is he?
Where's he gone?
We're in the wrong world.
He's not here.
She's in the wrong world.
He's not in this world.
He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world.
The dark.
The dark world.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillian taught her to see further.
Not in this.
To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the gloom. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
He was kind to her. Senua, you've got it.
Why isn't he here?
He's gone.
He's in the dark world.
He's gone to the dark world. She was strong.
World.
He's in the other world.
The dark world.
Without you.
Remember, Dillian.
Do you remember?
Do you remember the sound?
Dillian.
There he is.
Where are you taking
He's
me?
up there.
He's up there.
How do you get up there?
There's a way. There is a way up there.
Find the way.
She can do it. You're nearly there. She can find the way. It's all your fault.
It's all your fault.
You're cursed. Curse.
And now the darkness is swallowing you both.
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Baldur, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Baldur's mother,
The things you love.
"Is it really true that all things promised to keep him safe. I did not ask the mistletoe, Baldr's mother confesses. I thought it was too young. Oh dear, Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Baldur. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part.
You killed him with your love
Huth says,
because he believed in you. Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillian. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds.
Wasting your time. You have no time
That of
for this
Zinbel
speech.
and the past.
These trials won't
Dillian. A future.
They've set you trials to distract you.
Two realities
Set you up and
tearing at her soul.
What if these trials mean nothing? You had the love that you laughing at you. Struggle. They take you no closer to curse cannot be. About Dillian and letting us get in your head. If they are just to tire you out, to make you
He was the only one she could trust.
Could she trust him?
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Baldur. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea, and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Baldur's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Baldur's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
He was the only one that didn't mind the curse.
He loved her so much. Do you remember how he made you feel? You were broken. You killed me.
He couldn't see the darkness within you.
Dillian didn't believe in the curse. Dillian believed in you.
He's the reason she's alive at all. He saw who she could be.
He saw who she really was.
He said we were
Around wasting your time, just delaying minutes. You like minutes, right? Minutes. Everything she's doing. You're special.
They mean nothing.
Being special.
A waste of time.
Could all be a waste of her time.
What if the gods are just
Playing,
What if the gods are laughing?
messing with her.
It wouldn't be.
Why didn't she listen the first time?
She thought she could defeat him.
You are guilty.
Was it worth it?
He led you astray.
You should have listened to your father when you had the chance.
Why didn't you listen to him?
This love has tortured you, and it tortures Dillian.
everywhere. Everywhere? What if they're not real? What if they don't actually make sense?
What if they're a trick?
The gods were lying.
If you think it makes sense, but really the gods are playing with you.
It makes sense in your mind, but it doesn't make sense in the world.
The gods emerge, but it doesn't mean anything.
You can't read this language, you don't understand.
Sinbad was right.
You're wasting time.
You're cursed. You succeed.
So,
Quicker. Dillian!
Dillian never much cared for the underworld. He looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Sinbad. I guess he took after his father, the chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see. And he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillian's arms, glad to see the world through his eyes. And slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel.
It's your fault. He's disappeared. You've lost him to the sea. He's gone. You've lost him to him. He's gone to the water. He's drowned.
Senua, your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So if someone is afraid of the dark, should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world? You, only you can see, just to be rid of your nightmares. Or is this the price you paid for the
You
gifts
did
you
it,
have?
but there's more. There's more.
Gift that makes you so special in my eyes.
There's still more. There's always more to
Just
do.
another
It's
part
not
of the
going
process,
to
isn't it?
be easy. Can you do another one? It's too much.
I left for the wilds to protect you from
Got the energies.
no. Too much to do.
because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
As the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face, he bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund. So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart and pure of blood. I saw once a plague strike northern lands of ice. It was so terrible that not the oldest man among us could remember the like. Hundreds died. The sickness took nearly every person younger than 40 and many older, and where dying mothers gave birth, the marks of the plague were on the babes as they came out of the womb.
Where are we? I don't like it. This place feels...
What is this place?
This place feels... It's... creepy. Creepy.
It feels wrong.
It feels strange. Where is it? Where are we?
Turn back.
This is wrong.
There
This
he
has
is.
to be... There he is.
The light.
Go towards it.
He's in the house. He's
Find-
going in.
He's disappearing.
Follow him.
Don't let him disappear.
The air. Where's it gone?
Keep going.
How do you find it? It's just a trial.
It's a test. Like the old warrior trials.
Dillian will help me. The stench of rot. She can almost taste it. Do you smell it? No. Don't worry. Not everyone can. It was a warm spring day when she went to the river with Dillian and the others. To the water. She could taste the rot. But no one else could.
Keep going.
She knew something was wrong. Something sinister. She begged them to leave, but they just laughed at her. But soon enough, as the bodies piled up, no one was laughing. And they knew that she was not like them.
Bridge. It's broken. Fix it.
You have to fix it. Now you have to find it.
Quick, get to the house. Get to the house and finish this trial.
It doesn't finish until you get to the house.
Before he disappears, Senua.
You have to get in.
The Northmen speak of a death moon, a light shaped like a half moon that appears inside a house and goes around the walls. I once saw the death moon appear at a farm, and first the shepherd died, then a guest died, and then the farmhands, and then the farmer and 6 of his men drowned at sea. That is not the end of it, because the dead return to haunt the living. If you see the death moon, because there will be death in that house.
You found a way.
To climb the tower.
A ladder.
Quick. What now?
You can see it. Aligned to the truth. The bridge.
Senua! Come to me! Where are you?
I'm here! I'm right here!
Are you in there?
You have to find
Come out
him.
if you are.
Focus.
The roots.
There was a Northman called Grettir, big, red-haired, immensely strong, but he was afraid of the dark.
Focus now.
Dillian! They're coming for me!
It's Dillian, go to him.
What should I do?
This is taking too long. Can you hear him? You're lost. Rooms. You have to find them. Where are they? It all looks the same. One more to find. One more. One more. Find the other symbol.
I can't find you!
It is. Go towards it. Run. Focus. Find it. Focus. You've got... Where's the door? Find it again. Get out. Run. Run. Don't let it look at you. Don't let it see you. It's coming. Move away. You're lost again.
They're coming!
Senua! Senua! What happened?
They're blaming me for the plague. They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
How would they know such a thing? Are they gods? None of us are. They're just people. Good people, but they're scared. They're afraid of what they can't see. Like children scared of the dark. They make up stories to fill the void. That doesn't make them true.
What if my father was right?
You have to step out of this darkness. Let them see who you really are, like I have. You're not a monster.
Without you, this darkness has made me a monster.